Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a Jagdpanzer 38T Hetzer, the Tier 4 German TD, and we're located on the south spawn of Ensk in the playing field. And the name of the player is Oddityhaze, and he's from my clan, Clan Havoc. And I don't normally do replays and with commentary, but I thought I would do one for this one because it's the first battle we've had from Ensk. Now, the Hetzer. Well, yeah, it wasn't really called the Hetzer to start with. It was called the Jagdpanzer 38T. And they did make an Arty version of this tank as well. But he's got the 105mm howitzer as his main armament. And that is capable of derping the enemy. Okay, now he's looking at targets. Oh, he fires around in there at the enemy Hetzer, but he misses, unfortunately. And it's got an 8-second reload, 8.06 seconds, which is quite a long time. And you don't carry that many rounds, you only carry 20 rounds. But it appears that Oddityhaze is carrying nothing but HE. You can carry a heat round or an AP round, and they're very effective. It's a very big caliber shell to hit a target, especially at this tier. This is a tier 4 game, by the way. Okay. Doesn't appear to be anybody in sight at the usual places where you expect the heavy tanks to come. Maybe not coming to view. Oh, that one did! That T-70 is now finding out what it's like to be derped. Now, the only weak point on the Hetzer is the sides and the rear. So long as he keeps his front to the enemy, he's reasonably safe. But the trouble is, you can't keep your front to the enemy all the time. Now in this little alcove you can actually be quite defensive, but that Panzer 1C has got behind him, and there's an enemy, a VK2001, and he derps him for 124 hit points. And the reload's going through, and he's side scraping to get his way out so he can look. Can't see anyone yet. The Panzer 1C that went behind him has actually been taken out, but he did receive a shot there into the tracks from the T-70. Now, unfortunately, because the gun is off to one side on the Hetzer, it had to be because the driver was in the left-hand side of the vehicle. It means that the gun is slightly restricted from firing in one direction, and as the gun's over one side of the vehicle, it makes it very, very difficult. Oh, he just takes out the Hetzer there. The enemy Hetzer gets derped. Had low hit points, 26 hit points left, and the HE shell overwhelmed him, took him out the game. Yes, so it limits the field of fire of the gun, because the gun can cant over to the right very easily, because there's plenty of space, but it can't turn to the left, which means that if you're going to shoot at targets, you need to come round a left-hand corner to shoot at them. Otherwise, you're going to have difficulty. You're going to have to expose the entire vehicle to get the vehicle around to have a look at the enemy. And he's after that Su-76, who's also being targeted by Arty, because that was downward arrows from an Arty, indicating they're attacking the target. It goes around the corner. Oh, and the Su-76 fires at him, but misses. In fact, it blocked. And he fires again, and it's blocked. He's angling his armour, but you can only angle so much with the Hetzer. And he fires that round. It goes into the wall. Oh, he's got to wait for the reload to go through, and he's been hitting the tracks. Now, this time round, get it right. That's it. And he derps the Su-76. Got another shot in the tracks from the T-56. He's much further up the road. Okay, he's relocating. Oh, enemy, enemy, enemy. And he derps him with a snapshot. T-70's out the game, 27 hit points. There's a VK2001 coming round. He's going to reload in time. Is he going to come? No, he's a bit cautious. I think that VK doesn't want to come around the corner and get the same treatment as the T-70 did. He's backing away, hoping that VK will come around the corner. Oh, he's been hit by the Su-5, the enemy Arty. Obviously saw where he was when he spotted the T-70. And there's the VK, and he's out the game. 29 hit points. And he's got the fighter badge now because he managed to get at least 4 kills. And that was another round coming in from the SU5 there. Now this map looks so much different without the trees in the main square on Ensk. And a Lenin statue instead. And there's a Panzer B2 over there. Instead of going after the Arty though, and that Arty will be in close proximity to the T56, I think. He's going to go after the Panzer B2. He's the last man alive on his team. I'm not sure if he's going to get a Kolobanov out of this though, because I think there was at least one of his teammates alive. And he can get that B2. Yes, he does! Derbs him in the side with a snapshot. Knocks over the railway gantry. Right, now is he going to go straight north? Well, he's going to use the cover of those buildings. That's a wise decision. There's the T56. Okay, we know where he is. And he can't stay still because the SU5 will be dialing in on him. If he does try to stay still, the SU5 will get him. There's the T56. And he derps him for 55 hit points. That's his top gun. There's only 2 Arty to go, an M7 Priest and an SU5. And we know that SU5 is good because... Oh, there's a round coming in from him. We know that SU5 is a good player because... and there's the M7 Priest. Because he managed to get a shot onto Oddityhaze earlier in the game. And dialing in. And oh, yes! Takes out the M7 Priest. Now it's just payback time. And he's going after that SU5. And there's very little the SU5 can do now except get ready for a shotgun. He could try and run off into the field. And try and ambush the Hetzer. By shooting at him from cover. In fact, that's probably about the only thing he can do. But Oddityhaze is obviously going around about the buildings. He's trying to make it more difficult for the SU5 to work out where he is. He's also not knocking down anything because obviously the SU5 could be looking in battle assistant and looking for anything being knocked down, which will give him a clue as to where the Oddityhaze is. You can't give an enemy Arty any clues as to where you are. If you knock down anything, we'll know where you are, we'll take you out. So he's being very, very careful, driving through all the gaps and all the places that have already been knocked down, so he's not leaving a trail. Okay, he's approaching, he's in the cap. Now, has the enemy Arty gone into the field? I think he has. Yes, he has. There he is. Exactly what I thought he would do. It's a smart move. And the SU5 is probably dialing in. Oh, he does fire! He does! And he gets a shot onto the SU5, but is reloading, and he will shoot first. And the SU5 is taken out. And that's the Pascucci's medal because he took out the M7 as well. So, great battle. 8 kills, that's a Radley Walters, a Pascucci's. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. And it's an ace tanker for Oddityhaze of H4VOC in the Jagdpanzer 38T Hetzer. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 20 during that battle. And he picked up a Duelist medal because he received damage from 2 enemy tanks during the battle, which he then subsequently took out. And he got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his vehicle. And he got a shell proof for surviving the battle and blocking damage greater than the hit points of his own vehicle. Lastly, he picked up a Pascucci's for killing at least 2 SPGs during the battle and surviving. And he got a... well, you don't need to survive actually, just 2 SPGs to get that one. And he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. And actually, I was wrong. It's not a Radley Walters. It's not a Radley Walters because he's tier 4. And Wargaming won't let you have a Radley Walters if you're below tier 5. So unfortunately, he doesn't get the Radley Walters. But he did score enough kills to qualify for one if he was able to get one. At least he gets the Top Gun. I know the pain of this myself. I've actually had 10 kills below tier for tier 5, and I know full well that, you know, missing out on getting a Pools medal is pretty bad. Is when you've done the effort, you put the effort in for it. So my commiserations, Oddityhaze, but it is a Top Gun, it is an ace tanker, it was a pretty good game. If you enjoyed this game, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in our next video.